Hello Sovereigns, BENEFICIARY here. I've had this fantastic moment of clarity where all of a sudden I feel like I understand a few things. Um, regards to if we're showing up for giving a solution in order to assist people, then that's what a sovereign does, right? Forgiving, you're showing up for giving. When you're forgiving, you don't need a name, okay? Um, you only need a name when you're showing up for getting. You're going to get something as a beneficiary, okay? So in order to receive benefits, you've got to be identified as the name that's eligible to receive those benefits. So a name only arises due to the existence of a contract. So a name only exists relative to another party and the terms and conditions and rights and duties between the two, the contract between two people. That's the only reason you need a name, because you show up as that name in order to get the benefits of that, of whatever that deal is, okay? So, in terms of the local gymnasium, I show up as the gym member, BENEFICIARY, in order to get the benefit of being able to access the gym, right? Um, you know, Anything else in terms of Facebook, I log in as BENEFICIARY in order to be eligible to receive the benefit of using Facebook. At YouTube, I show up and log in as username BENEFICIARY himself, again, in order to be able to receive the benefit of being able to use YouTube and upload videos, okay? So you only need a name. A name arises due to a contract, and you only need a name if you're for getting benefits, when you're there for getting, right? If you're there for giving, you're dispensing benefits. You're the grantor. You don't need a name. You don't need a name when you're for giving. So if you're showing up in court as king for giving solutions merely to assist the parties in resolving the matter, you need no name. You need no name. You need no you need no name. You're there merely to assist. Who am I? I'm here to assist. That's who I am, right? You don't need a name when you're not looking for benefits, okay? Now, man's natural environment is on land. Common law on land, right? That's man's natural environment, and it is very simple. You just keep yourself to yourself. You don't need to interact with anyone. It's your natural environment. Just mind your own business. Don't damage anybody. Don't interfere with anybody's property. Don't get up to any mischief, and that's about it. All right. If you cause a problem in a community, then they just tell you to fuck off, piss off. Go somewhere else, kind of thing. It's simple, right? Now, the sea aboard a ship on the oceans is not man's natural environment, okay? The only way man can survive on the sea, an unnatural environment, is aboard a ship, aboard a vessel, right? Now, if you're going to be aboard a vessel, on board a vessel, and if one of the people on board starts misbehaving, they can jeopardize the safety of everybody on board, okay? So the terms and conditions when you go aboard a ship is the deal is you are under the control of the captain, right? You're not equal. So you leave your private, inalienable, common law rights on the land, and you enter into an agreement where you surrender certain rights in order for the greater good of everybody aboard that vessel, okay? So that's the deal. If you're getting up to mischief and the captain decides, you're a danger to everybody on board, he'll stick you in the cells, in the prison, or discipline you, or whatever, or something. And it has to be that way. It has to be that way, because if somebody caused a problem, they could damage the ship and everybody could go down. So you have to agree that you're under the rule of the captain, okay? Okay, so you surrendered your rights. Now, that is kind of how the society works, okay? You're aboard the citizenship. In order to get the benefits that the society provides, you see, whoever provides the benefits calls the shots. They're at the top. They're the grantor. They're the king. Whoever provides the benefits. Whoever wants to receive the benefits, they have to subject themselves to the rules and the terms and conditions of whoever's providing the benefits, basically, okay? So you have to lower yourself to get the benefits, right? So if you're providing the benefits, you're the king. If you're receiving the benefits, you're the slave, kind of thing, and you're subject to the king's rules. And so I think this is one of the things that people misunderstand. If you get penalised or a parking ticket or a parking fine, what they're doing, they're revoking a benefit. They're not taking your money because their banking system, their money, your car which is registered with them, your house which is registered with them, your bank account which is part of their banking system is all theirs. It all belongs to the captain, to the public. In equity, in the jurisdiction of equity, and you're there as a beneficiary. You're not the legal owner of your bank account, your money, your car. The society is. And so when you're using their currency, their banking system, their car, which you've registered with them, you're receiving a benefit. So if they penalize you and take money off you, they're not taking your money. They're revoking a benefit, okay? So you can't show up as a beneficiary aboard a citizenship demanding that you've got common law rights on the land and you're sovereign, you're inalienable, because you're aboard their ship seeking their benefits. So it's like you can't do both at once. You can't ask for benefits and insist that you've got inalienable rights, because if you're a true sovereign, a true king, you dispense the benefits kind of thing. You don't go seeking protection. You vest your faith in God. Everybody's equal at law under God on the land. On the land, at law, at common law, under God, everybody's equal. When you're aboard a ship, you're not. You've chosen to voluntarily enter into servitude in order to receive the benefits and protections. And they do trick us into it, by the way. They yell, "Shark!" and everybody jumps aboard the citizenship, right? Terrorists, global warming, recession, get aboard. And because most people generally don't take responsibility, most people want to blame someone else, and most people want to accept protection from someone else. In other words, they've made man their god, they've made Caesar their god instead of God their god. Okay, they've made man their master. It's very easy to trick people aboard the citizenship because most people want to be protected. Most people are lazy, they want to receive benefits. They're not willing to govern themselves. Okay? And so, in a court, recently I've been learning the difference between a court of equity, which is admiralty, maritime, aboard a ship, or a court of record at law, which is a true court at law on the land, right? Now, if you're there talking about parking fines, speeding fines, if you're there in the capacity of the straw man, if you're there anything to do with your bank account, money, which is all theirs, that's prima facie evidence that you're there as a beneficiary aboard the citizenship, right? You're not at law, okay? You're in their private court, and they're not taking your money, they're revoking the benefit. The money's theirs, okay? So the judge has discretion. He's the captain. You're a beneficiary. The society is providing your benefits. They can revoke whatever they want, If I borrow my dad's car, he gets to set the rules. If I'm borrowing somebody else's car, they can say, bring it back at 10 o'clock, make sure the tyres are pumped up, make sure there's fuel in the tank. If you don't do those things, you don't get to use the fucking car next time. And, I'm going to take the keys off you. Now, if you're receiving a benefit, such as if I borrowed my dad's car, I can't then say, I've got inalienable right to travel. You can't do this to me. You're fraudulently stopping me from traveling. No. They're not, because you're a beneficiary. You're borrowing their car. They can do what they want. They can revoke that benefit because it's their fucking car, right? Your bank account, your money, your car, your house is all registered with the state. Your citizen, your straw man, all of that. If you're talking about public currency, you're aboard the citizenship. You're in equity as a beneficiary. The judge is not a court of law, a court of record at law. The judge has discretion, and he can do whatever he wants with you, basically, because you're there in the capacity of a beneficiary aboard the citizenship receiving benefits, okay? Now, at law, on the land, if you know how to be there as king, forgiving, to assist the parties in resolving the matter without seeking benefits, then the judge is only a referee, and he's only empowered to assist to make sure fair due process, and justice is done. He's only there as a referee to make sure the parties follow due process, and he can only assist the parties in enforcing their contract. He can't write the contract for the parties. When you're there as a beneficiary aboard the citizenship in equity, the judge has got discretion, okay? So this, so many people, go into court arguing about a traffic fine, or if you're talking about a traffic fine, You're there as a beneficiary. You're in equity. You don't get a say. I mean, I have a similar experience when people are on my Facebook wall, you know? Again, whoever provides the benefits calls the shots, okay? People don't get a say on my Facebook wall, right? I quite often delete people, right? If people answer me back, they don't get to have a say on my Facebook wall. It's my Facebook wall. I get to say what I want. If I don't like the comments they've put on my Facebook wall, I can argue with them. I can be rude to them. I can tell them to get off and go away. I can delete them because it's my Facebook profile is my ship. You're aboard my ship. I'm the captain. I'm the grantor granting the content on my Facebook profile. It's my jurisdiction, right? It's the same with you. If I come onto your Facebook profile, I'm on your ship. I'm under your jurisdiction, and you can call the shots. You know, I've had people saying to me, you know, we've got freedom of speech. You can't tell me, you know, not to say things on your Facebook wall. Yeah, I can, because you're aboard my ship. I can do what I want. And that's like a court of equity with the judge, where the judge has got discretion, okay? Whoever is providing the benefits calls the shots, right? Now, a slave says things like, I'm not a slave, I'm a sovereign, I've got rights. A sovereign says, how can I assist you today? How can I assist you in resolving this problem? Let me repeat that. A slave says, I'm not a slave, I'm a sovereign, I've got rights, you can't do this to me. A sovereign says, how can I assist you in resolving this matter? We want to show up as king for giving solutions. We're as king for giving solutions at law, merely to assist the parties in resolving the matter privately, right? If you're showing up for getting, as opposed to for giving, you're there as a beneficiary, you got nothing coming. You're a debtor, right? Slave, aboard the citizenship. You're not at law, you've surrendered your rights in order to gain the benefits, right? That's what happens when you're for getting as opposed to for giving. All makes perfect sense. All makes perfect sense. And there's so few people that take responsibility, that don't want to blame others. You know, there's so few people that are truly sovereign, that have made God their master, and are willing to take responsibility for the circumstances of their life, that courts of record at law are just never invoked. There's so few people that act as sovereign. So many people want to blame other. Anytime you're blaming someone else, you're a slave. You've made man your master. You know, because if you're saying, I've got rights, you can't do this to me. Rights are benefit privileges. God doesn't grant rights, okay? Your benefits and protections come from the state. If you think you've got rights and benefits and protections, you're on the citizenship. You're not at law. So, you know, if you accept responsibility for the circumstances in your life, if you don't go around blaming others, if you're not seeking benefits, if you're showing up for giving solutions, you need no name and you are as king at law on the land with God as your master. There's very, very few people like that. Anybody that blames the government, blames someone else, blames the Illuminati, blames the Pope, anytime you're pointing a finger, you are aboard the citizenship, you are a slave, you got nothing coming. Nothing coming. Because you're forgetting, not forgiving. Okay, thanks for listening.